Hello, and welcome to the Archives. Today, I was planning on doing a an episode on Earth's Scion data pack, but I can't find all the images for it, so that's going to have to wait until I can. My usual place to go for them, Netrunner DB, hasn't got them up yet. So today, instead, I thought I would take a look at the identities that are going to be cycling out very soon. Because I believe it is when the next cycle starts that the first two cycles, Genesis and Spin, will all be gone out of the card pool. They will no longer be tournament legal. So I thought I'd take a look at the identities that came out in each of those cycles, just for some fun. So we're going to jump right in, and we're going to take a look at the runner identities that came out in Genesis cycle. So here we have Wizard, Master Gamer. He is an Anarch, 0 credits, or not 0 credits, listen to me, 0 link strength, 45 minimum card deck size, 15 influence. He has the identity of natural, so he's just a normal guy. He has the special ability of 3, yes, 3 recurring credits that end up regenerating every turn. Use these credits to trash cards. Has the flavor text of running is the ultimate game and I get to make all the rules. And on his shirt, he looks like a dude that is a gamer. His shirt looks like it has a screen on it. And it says, "It is pitch black, you are likely to be eaten by a grue." The grue, that line is from an old text adventure game that was like one of the first video games ever made. I believe it's called Zork, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of neat. I don't like him as a runner because he always gives me trouble when I'm playing Corp. 3 credits recurring every turn to trash cards. That is an amazing ability. It makes pad campaigns 1 credit of your own to trash a pad campaign. Adonis campaign, I believe, is completely free because it's only 3 to trash. And Eve campaign is only 2 credits to trash. It makes like high trash cost cards less of a burden because you get 3 free credits every turn just to trash cards. So Wizard's a pretty good one. He's done a lot of work for a lot of people. But he's going bye-bye. And I, for one, am happy to see him go as a Corp player. So yeah. Alright, let's go take a look at the next card. Here we have Chaos Theory. Now, Chaos Theory is a Wunderkind, or Wunderkind, 0 link strength, 40 minimum card deck size, 15 influence. Identity Gmod, +1 memory unit. So, without anything installed, any like consoles or anything, Chaos Theory has 5 memory units instead of the usual 4 that most runners have. She has the flavor text of "Have you met Dinosaurus?" And she's a shaper. She's holding Dinosaurus, that is her console. And I believe, if I remember correctly, she's like 14 years old. She's definitely a Wunderkind. And her ability is good because it lets you can still have 3 icebreakers installed and a magnum opus without having to have any hardware installed. That is beautiful to have. The 40 minimum card deck size means a lot of people tend to go down and just make a 40 card deck. So Chaos Theory runs very lean and mean. She gets set up quickly. usually, because with only 40 cards to go through, your starting hand is 5. That's an eighth of your deck in your hand right off the bat. So not bad. Not bad at all. I liked Chaos Theory, but I usually made like 45 and 49 card decks with Chaos Theory because I could. I like playing with as many cards as possible. So yeah, Chaos Theory definitely is fun. Um, she's cycling out as well, and we've seen the cards for the runners that have been like the farewell cards. I don't know if they've done farewell cards for the corpse. I should look into that. All right, on to the next. Here we have Andromeda, the Dispossessed Risty. 1 link strength, 45 minimum card, 15 influence, identity natural, and her ability is you draw a starting hand of 9 cards. 9 cards! That's insane. You have such a better chance of doing something good. A lot of people used to run with Andromeda, and when Rebirth came out, they used to run Andromeda for the starting hand, and then as soon as possible, Rebirth into another criminal to get their ability. Flavor text if I run with the best. And she's looking all super spangly, wristy, aristocratic, because she's got the choker, she got the beautiful dress, the shawl, beautiful hair. She just looks like she stepped off of a runway somewhere. And she's a fun little a fun runner to play. I have played her a little bit, but yeah, she's pretty cool. Definitely, that starting hand of 9 cards is a good ability for her. They've made there's a shaper in Terminal Directive that people have been comparing to Andromeda, because you get 4 cards on the sideboard when you start, and you then get your hand of 5 cards. So it's kind of neat. Yeah. All right. Let's go take a look at the corporations that came out in the Genesis cycle. Here we have Haas Bioroid, Stronger Together, the Megacorp Identity, 45 minimum card deck size, 15 influence. All Bioroid ice has +1 strength. Flavor text of a different breed of machine. I'm sad that this one is going because I've used it a fair bit. All Bioroid ice has +1 strength. I love running with Bioroids, and then you just give them a boost in strength. Beautiful, beautiful. I quite enjoy it, but it's going away. I'm a fan of Haas Bioroid as a corp. And you see the H and the B with the lightning bolt in it, looking all done up in neon lights and everything. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Stronger Together, as the tagline says for that. I am a fan of this one. And Bioroid with +1 strength is no laughing matter. It definitely does some good stuff. All right, on to the next. Oh yes, here we have Jinteki, Replicating Perfection. You have the Jinteki bonsai tree made out of light or crystal. Identity Megacorp. 45 minimum card deck size, 15 influence. Special ability of the runner cannot run on remote servers. Ignore this ability until the end of the turn whenever the runner runs on a central server. So, that basically means the runner has to spend a single click to run on a central server, or use some sort of a card ability to make a run on a central server first, before they can run on any remotes. So if they want to run on any remotes that have your agendas in them, they need to spend 2 runs. One on a central, and then they can run on the agenda server. Now, you'll note it doesn't say anywhere that this has to be a successful run. You can run on a central server and faceplant in to end the runs, and just let it end the run and then go on and do that. Absolutely. Which is why when I used to play this, I used to put stuff that just does net damage over my centrals instead of anything that really ended the run, at least initially. Like I usually put like an end the run as my innermost piece, and then I put stuff that causes net damage out in front of it, so that if they wanted to end the run, they'd have to uh, get through all the other ice first. I think you can even do it if you make a run, go through a piece of ice, and then jack out. I think it works that way too. But I had fun with this. I made a shell game full of ambush traps with replicating perfection. I had so much fun playing this deck, this corp. But I'm a Jinteki fanboy. Always have been, always will be. All right, on to the next. Here we have Wayland Consortium, because we built it. The big old W of Wayland. Identity Megacorp. 45 minimum card, 15 influence. A single recurring credit. Use this credit to advance ice. Because Wayland had some advanceable ice like right from the beginning that could boost things up. Not a bad little ability for Wayland. Constructing cyberspace is the flavor text. I never got into playing too much with Wayland, not in the early days. I was much more Jinteki Hospiroid, but I have been delving into it lately. So yeah, this is not a bad little ability. Definitely a good card for back in that time period. Yeah. All right, let's go take a look at the NBN. Because here we have NBN, the world is yours, asterisk. Identity Megacorp, your maximum hand size is increased by 1, 40 minimum card deck, 12 influence. Now this is, I think, where the whole fast advance came from. Because with 40 cards, it's not a lot of agendas, so you get in and you just bam, 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 bam. You just slam it all out. The amusing thing is it has NBN, the world is yours, asterisk. Flavor text down at the bottom, asterisk. Some restrictions may apply. Scan this card to find out more. I like that. Scan this card to find out more. Interesting. NBN. I do like NBN too. Wayland's the one that I've kind of haven't really delved a lot into over the years. NBN I played with, Jinteki and Hospiroid, of course. So yeah, pretty neat. All right. So we've only got a couple more cards to go because there are only 2 identities that were released in the spin cycle. First of which is Reina Roja. Reina Roja. Freedom Fighter. 1 link strength, 45 minimum card deck size, 15 influence. Identity Cyborg Gmod. Looking all kitted up there. The res cost of the first piece of ice, resed each turn, is increased by 1. So either on the corpse turn or on the runner's turn, the first piece of ice resed has an increased cost of 1. Flavor text of analyzing the board won't help. Your mistake was thinking we're playing the same game. Reina Roja is the Red Queen because she had the she's the one that had all the chess themed Kaisa icebreakers, which I fell in love with and tried to make a deck out of revolving just around the Kaisa breakers, and didn't really work. Didn't really work. But I tried. Just couldn't do it. But yes, good old Reina Roja. The reason why she is in the... I actually found this out by reading the Monster Slayer novella. And I didn't realize it until I went looking for this. for these identities. Because the other identity, we're going to jump over here, is Grendel. Power Unleashed by Wayland Consortium. Because in the Monster Slayer novel, Reina Roja goes after Grendel because of what they did. So, yeah. It makes sense that they are in the same data pack. And Grendel is Power Unleashed. Identity Division. So it's a division of Wayland. 45 minimum card. Deck size, 10 influence. You start the game with 10 credits instead of the usual 5 and 1 bad publicity. The flavor text is Geostrategic Research and Neothermal Development Laboratories. GRNDL, Grendel. Which is like the name of the monster from the old saga of Beowulf. I think it's Beowulf. Grendel. Yeah. And it's got the whole drilling platform, which is which was featured in Monster Slayer as well. So I really like this particular identity. I've never played with it, but I really like it. I may have to poke around with it, even though it's cycling out. But for fun. So yeah, those are the identities that are leaving us very soon. I think when the next cycle starts after Red Sands, the next cycle when that begins, the Genesis and the Spin cycle are gone forever from tournament play. So yeah, I like it. I like what they're doing and everything, and I'm sad to see some of them go, especially Reina. I really like her. Chaos Theory, pretty cool. Wizard, I'm not too sad about because, yeah. But Replicating Perfection, oh, I really wish it would stick around. But it can't. It can't. It has to go. So, what do you guys think about the cards that are leaving us here soon? These identities. Which ones do you like to use? Let me know in the comments below, because that's going to be it for this episode of the Archives. Just a small one this week. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap and give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I do new videos. And as I said, throw the comments in the comment section. What decks do you like? Which of these identities have you used and had fun with? Tell me some stories. I'd love to get a discussion going with some people. So do all that. And until next time, my friends, remember, keep running.